ride with. Come on,
All
ride
right,
with.
we're rolling. What's up, good people?
What up? What up? From the Queen City
That's right. J Cash Money here.
and D Major BNR, D Major Wave. We're out here and welcome to the NextWave podcast, whatever you want to call it. We're just out here spitballing, talking about sports, about tech, about news. You know, whatever we feel like talking about, we're going to talk about.
Current events, all the good stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, we're in Charlotte. And look, man, Charlotte is on the come up.
Yeah, the Hornets are actually like kind of killing it. I like tertiarily see the stuff they're doing. Like it'll pop up on my TV. The Hornets won again tonight, so that's pretty cool.
They're making history like every other night. And my take on it is like, look, forget all these the historical landmarks they're reaching. We need to get in the playoffs and we need to kick some butt.
That would be nice. When's the last time we were in the playoffs?
It's
been a long time, right?
20 years?
No, it hasn't. We were in the...
I don't even know. Probably, maybe 10, 11 years ago.
Lord. All right.
You know, it's been a rough journey, especially being partners, you know. So obviously the podcast is sponsored by Wave Rideshare, safety, integrity, and accountability in transport. Shameless plug. Let's go, Wave.
Well, I mean, now it's a good time to be a partner, though. I mean, you got in when it wasn't a good time.
Yeah. So we got in when nobody wanted them. We got in when nobody wanted to be there. We got in when nobody wanted to be in the arena. And we stuck by them. And, you know, we continued to push on the marketing side. And look, now it's coming up.
And besides,
demand is high.
I mean, you told me the other day that, like, statistically, I don't know who crunches these numbers, but they're like supposed to go to the finals or something.
Yeah, statistically, but you know, look, I don't know who's crunching all these numbers, but the number of A-grade teams that we've absolutely blown off the court is astronomical, and it's not a fluke. Right. One time, okay, fine. 2 times, all right. What's going on? 3 times. Holy cow, we got something. 4 or 5 times, like, hold on. I think what are they feeding these guys in Charlotte, man? What's going on here?
We've all been kind of waiting for it, too. We felt it coming. We just, like, LaMelo was first, and then, like, he would get injured. It seemed like we were never healthy for long enough to actually do anything good. And it feels like, fingers crossed this year, everybody was, like, you know, not injured, even though LaMelo had that car accident. His ankles are still good and stuff, right?
Look, man.
We all saw it coming, though.
We definitely saw it coming, and it's just really, really frustrating kind of getting the proverbial pump fake where you're just like, we show flashes of genius, flashes of just amazing ball play, and then boom, ball's not playing. Right? And then boom, you know.
Somebody's got
Miller's
a charge
not
or
playing.
something. Yeah.
Right? It's no longer Miller time. And boom, you know, Bridges is burning bridges.
That's right.
Like, what's going on here?
That's right. He was doing some extracurricular
come on.
stuff. Yeah.
So I think it's been a long time coming. We are long overdue. I think we're at least 2 seasons behind where we should be. But you know what? It's great. It's a great feeling right now.
So could we go to the playoffs? I mean,
we are right now, as of today, we are at the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, which means we're in the play-in. We're playing away. Right. You know, the first games are not at home, but we're in the play-in, getting ready to like advance to the playoffs if we win, which is great. Now, there are a few more things that can happen in the conference that could put us up to even 6, which means
would we
there's
get
no
any
point.
home games at all in those
If
scenarios?
we get to 6, it's standard. Standard playoffs.
Are you going to a playoff game if they have?
Know, look, we're partners. We've been there forever. You will not miss us.
You gonna have the wig on and everything?
Oh, I'll probably have 2 or 3, 4 wigs on. Like, you know, it's gonna be out of control. We've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Just don't be purple shirt guy. I don't know if any of y'all remember purple shirt guy during the Heat playoffs. Whenever that was, there was a guy down on the floor on a purple shirt.
Yeah,
and he was pissing D-Wade off.
We're not going to be on that level. We're just going to be down there, you know, representing, being visible, not taunting anybody, right? That's not how we play around. That's not how we play out there. We're out there marketing and just supporting the Hornets as best we possibly can, right?
Love it.
We're not going to come out with belts. whooping jerseys.
Oh, like the baby. I saw the baby the other day.
But that's his flow. That's his flow.
He's taking his shirt off and all kinds of stuff.
He's bringing it to him. Like, we haven't been able to do this for a long time. So I salute what he's doing out there. Like he's going on. He's putting on for his city.
Yeah. And those players recognize it too. He's got those seats, perfect seats. Like, I don't know, if someone does a hard dunk and they just keep running.
They just roll right into the baby.
And they just dap him up while they're back there and stuff.
Yep. So I like what's happening. This is cultural phenomenon thing that's happening here. And yeah, man, we're cooking. So tonight we are playing Phoenix. That's going to be a good game. We can win this game. Yeah. And we've got a nice stretch of games that we can win all of them, literally, for the remainder of the season. And be in optimal position. If some losses do happen, we could find ourselves sitting at the 6th seed in the Eastern, like off of like a 4-13 start.
Yeah.
I mean, it was looking bad at the beginning of this year.
Well, so one of those records this year, I guess, was consecutive games won, right? Didn't they win like 10 in a row or something like that? Yeah.
So I think so the streak was about, I think, 22 and 6.
Yeah.
But they're making NBA history numbers, so let's.
And Khan, he's got the most threes in the league. And stuff,
so this is what I think is happening. I have inside scoop, but I'm not in, all the way in. But I think they're just turning the Hornets into an extension of Duke basketball.
Hey, that wouldn't be bad.
Blue collar basketball, like no flashy, flaunty. Melo's going to do his thing, but the other guys are fairly blue collar, right? Yeah. They're hitting the deck on every possession. They're throwing their body all over the place, and they're fighting for the ball, right?
Good tough basketball.
They are protecting the ball. They are playing blue collar basketball.
That's what blue collar is, huh? Just doing your job.
You just doing your job. You come in there with a hard hat and lunch pail, and instead of 20 pounds of ice. And on your neck, and you're out there just to get the work done. And I think that's the culture that Khan and Sion brought over from Duke, right? That's how they played, and that's how Duke plays historically,
consistently every year too, man. That's just Duke.
And ironically enough, Duke basketball, despite the big upset, which we will talk about, is one of the largest cultural icons in sports. All of sports.
Oh, I remember as a kid, Tupac, the famous picture, him in a Duke jersey. I mean, it's just like everyone knows.
That says it all.
Yeah, everyone knows Duke,
Yeah.
It's one of those staples. It's an institution.
It's an institution. It's a bunch of everything, man. We get a lot of haters. So I went to Duke, right? So I got the full experience. And look, guys, there's nothing like it. If you got kids, get them into Duke. I'm not saying there's even a chance of them getting to Duke. Mm-hmm. Because it's hard and it's expensive. But look, if you can get them into Duke, get them in. We come out and we run the world.
I've only ever been to the campus like once or twice, just walking around. I mean, it seems like a fairly small, I don't know. It's weird seeing the Cameron Crazies on TV and then going to the actual campus.
To the arena,
It's like, this is where the Cameron Crazies.
You can't even identify the arena, honestly. It looks like they're public policy buildings that look more, assuming.
Yeah.
Than Cameron. And you're like, oh, that's Cameron. It's got to be Cameron. No, that's public policy.
It looks like a church or something. Yeah.
Right. Cameron's like this flat box. You couldn't even you can't even fathom or imagine how they shove that many people in that small of a space.
Yeah, because it is small.
Very small. Yeah. And then the lower bowl is that part of that lower bowl is reserved for students. And look, man, they just go nuts there. Work hard, play hard.
Camp out, all that stuff.
Yeah, camping out. Look, priceless stuff. So while we're talking about Duke, let's talk about this upset, dude, man. Yeah. Like, I am livid. I am mad. I am just, look, heartbroken. Honestly, Wave is the official rideshare for Duke Athletics, the whole thing from fencing all the way up to golf, Duke football and basketball. You're going to see us mostly at basketball games because that's all we have time to get to.
Right.
Men's.
Maybe you'll make it to a baseball game this year.
Yeah, we're going to get to Duke base. They're doing really well. Shout out to the women also for going super far in NCAAs. Look, great programs. Anything we can do to support, we're going to continue to do that. But look, it's time for us to get over this hump and actually start winning. That upset was terrible.
Yeah.
First of all, my personal experience, we were at the Hornets game at halftime of this Duke UConn game. Duke was up by like 13 or 14 points.
Right.
Something like that. And we just thought it was business as usual.
Mm. So what happened? Break it down to what was the play? What went wrong?
So,
because I saw some people saying if Boozer would have just got fouled, if he'd have let himself get fouled.
Honestly, it's about protecting the basketball when you know you have the win, right? That's what did not happen. Yeah. Somehow UConn rallied back and got up to within 2. And, there were probably 3 seconds left or so. Duke inbounded the ball. They just kind of broke protocol as it relates to breaking the press. UConn decided to full court press these guys. And there's really just standard things that you're supposed to do. First of all, they could have just held the ball. Right? Yeah. They could have held the ball, but then, Caden did a kind of turnaround thing and he dribbled without looking ahead of where he was. I mean, that's a mistake. These things happen. It's a freshman mistake. But then the pass is what really got everyone messed up because there really should have been a pump fake there.
See, I'm a football person myself, and whenever a bad play happens, I don't like to blame it on that play. I like to say if they would have been in position, if they were making plays the whole game, that play wouldn't have mattered.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So
to be in that position
of the players and the coaching staff and everyone that we actually were in that desperate situation where we actually had to protect the ball and stop these guys from hitting a 3. And then we failed, right? Yeah. Like, yes, there's micro coaching that happens play to play, but there's also the macro. And on the macro perspective, we did not protect the ball. We did not play Duke basketball. Right. And we allowed these guys to rally back in the single most important game of the season.
So I haven't even been paying attention. Is UConn still in it? I mean,
they're in it. They are in the Final Four.
Are we gonna root for them now, or who?
I'm not rooting for anybody. I'm out of the game, man. Like, look, I have no more steam. You're not gonna see the yellow wig out at the NCAA's. No.
But if UConn wins, you could at least go. Well, at least Duke got beat by.
No. I don't care anymore. Like, Duke is done. I mean, and. There were a lot of things that happened, like some players rushed the court. Some of the actual broadcasters petitioning for a technical foul because some of the guys jumped off and cleared bench early.
Interesting.
Honestly, I think those calls could have been made, but they weren't. That's the NCAA. That's the way the ball bounces, literally. Yeah. And we got some work to do. It would be great, honestly. I always have this dream every single year that these one and dones are gonna come back, and I would love for Boozer to come back, and then we have 2 Camerons. We have another Cameron coming that is absolutely a monster, 7-foot monster. Right. His name is Cameron, also in next year's recruiting class. Okay. I would love for those 2 to be there, along with Caden, and hey, bring Slim back, Isaiah Evans, Duke. Find the money, and we got the money, Duke. We have the money. Pay these kids like NBA players for 1 year, and let's win the chip. Let's just do it.
It was
the NBA
2015. 2015 is the last time I think they won.
That's correct.
Which is crazy to think about too, because you just think Duke has always been good, but when you get down into the granular, information,
maybe not. Like we have work to do. We have work to do, and it comes down to closing out. It's generally very small, minute details that get us, and in this case, it was no different. But the fact that, kudos to UConn for staying at it. They pressed on down to the final second. They forced a turnover and literally hit a 3-pointer straight through the net from 15 feet out.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Like, that's March Madness.
What are you going to do?
That's the magic around the NCAAs, and that's why it's there.
Did you have a bracket? Do you do brackets?
I don't do brackets. Mm-hmm. I always try to do the bracket like last minute, like right before the dedeadline is, and then I just forget. So
I've done a bracket once in my entire life, and I enjoyed it. I didn't know what I was doing. But you could probably put my kid down in front of a bracket and he'd be able to pick games that were better than me and everything. So.
Probably. I mean, the odds are so crazy. Like,
Right.
I don't think there's ever been a perfect bracket, and it's the reason why is because of these upsets. I mean, Duke almost got beat in the first round.
Duke was number 1 seed, right?
1 seed.
Yeah. A lot of times, if you just draw an arrow from the 1 seeds down into the middle, you're usually pretty good.
You're usually pretty good.
Yeah.
You're usually pretty good. But look, man, it's March Madness.
It's madness.
It's that way for a reason.
Yeah.
These guys come in hungry. Someone comes in a little flat, a little overconfident, and boom, anyone can lose a game. Anyone can lose a game.
These boys play a lot of basketball too, man.
Yeah.
Just like every day.
Yeah, every day, all day. I mean, that's their life. They're getting paid. You know, a lot of these guys are making 7 figures now to play for these programs. So they are for all intents and purposes, they are professional athletes. And they have to live. It's basketball first. You know, it might be basketball slightly above academics, but, you know, at Duke, that pressure is super heavy on both sides. So kudos to all the student athletes out there that were, you know, that got us this far. It was a great season. I love being down there on the floor, you know, at the Duke games. We're going to be there for forever, literally. We are part of the culture. We are Cameron Crazies down there. We are Wave. We're rolling out across every campus in the United States as the safe ride alternative. Another shameless plug for Wave. So we talked about Charlotte. We talked about Duke. You know, we'll see. I told you what my dream is. My dream is that everyone says, "Hey, you know what? We've got a booster out here that's got, you know, $100 million. They're paying us all to stay, so we're gonna stay."
It's hard these days, I guess, right? To keep a college team intact.
Yeah, I mean, man, the NIL and that portal, man. Like, there's so much money floating around. You got 1 year. You got a good 1 year, maybe 1.5 seasons.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. Well, then you got to rely on your recruiting class, and luckily Duke has, you know, one of the best recruiting.
We have one of the best recruiting classes. You know, I think primarily because these guys are thinking about the gateway to the NBA.
Oh, for sure.
And
Duke is the next step to that.
Yeah, I mean, along with Kentucky, a couple of other programs, we are the top, you know, 1% of all, you know, chances in terms of improving the chances of getting a recruit into the NBA. Mm-hmm. They just roll right out of Duke into the NBA. So that's why folks are coming. And we like that. That makes for an exciting season every single year. Yeah, new hopes. But look, man,
if you're bad 1 year, you might be better the next year, I guess. Yeah.
I think they should come back, man. Come on, look, guys, the money's there.
What do we need to do? Start a petition? Like, how do we get them to stay?
I don't know. We got to pay. They got to want it. They got to want to make right on what was wrong this year, and we're gonna have to pay them. I don't even know if that's feasible.
You're right.
I mean, just thinking about how much money they make in the NBA now.
I guess kids these days don't have like the school spirit to be like,
yeah,
I'm going to come back next year.
Feeling, but then it's like the feeling's got to align with the financials, and that rarely does that happen now. They're coming out making $10 million a year,
right?
And it's like, you can fall to the bottom of your class and still be making $10 million a year in your first contract, and then the second one is just ridiculous. Yeah. So, Duke tragedy, it's done. There's a new story unfolding. We got some new kids coming, hopefully. You know, Cam stays, Cam Boot. I don't think he will, but, you know, look, it would be nice. It would be nice.
We got two boozers on there, right?
Yep. Yeah. Cameron and Caden.
Both of them are going to leave?
I don't know. So, like I said, fingers crossed that Cameron stays. I don't know. He's
younger? Like, I don't...
They're twins. They're twins, but he is, you know, like, he's won every single award out there known to man in college basketball. You know, and he's always going to have that chip on his shoulder if he doesn't come back. But look, at this point, it doesn't, there's so much resource and endorsement connected to being an elite draft into the NBA. I mean, honestly, it's an economic decision, I think, largely. But Duke can change that. You know, they don't have to disclose how much they're paying these guys.
I mean, yeah, is that legitimately like?
I think it's doable. It's already out of control now. These numbers. Look at some of these other programs. They're offering these kids $8-9 million.
Is this stuff like under the table?
No. It's they don't have to disclose the information, but you know,
there's no real cap.
No,
like you could pay the entire team however much you wanted to.
That's my understanding. Yeah. I'm not gonna you know, write that in stone, but that's my understanding. Yeah. We'll come back next episode with an NIL expert.
Well, again, I'm a football person, so I know all the they have each team has a certain amount of cap space to spend on players, and that leads to what they call parity, I guess, in the NFL. But
yeah,
it's crazy because I know baseball doesn't have a cap like that, and that's why you get like those like dynasties like the New York Yankees and the LA Dodgers, because they're just out there paying all their guys whatever they need to be paid.
And I think there's I'm sure there's some legislation coming down the pipeline regarding caps at NIL, and because look, pretty soon you're just like, hold on, this kid's already an NBA player. Right. My program has never had an NCAA win. If I can get him on the team, I can attract 3 more of his caliber. Let's just pay him $20 million for this year so we can win the NCAAs and blow our program up into a $500 million program. The economics make sense.
Yeah, it's business. It's all business.
Right. It's not like they're not trying to do these players a favor.
Yeah. It's also an entertainment product is what it is. And Duke has one of the best. They're just entertaining, especially if you go to a game.
Man. I think Duke basketball, men's basketball, is the best product in all of sports. I think Duke UNC is obviously the biggest rivalry, but Duke basketball in and of itself, it carries a global name. It commands national, global attention every single time. It doesn't matter who's on the team. Mm-hmm. That's the blue collar aspect of it, right? Yeah. It's not like, the superstars come, but they end up getting muted a little bit, for the sake of the team. Yeah. And that's just how they play ball. Yeah. So I love Duke. Let's go Duke.
Well, we got our fingers crossed for next year, Duke.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So back to the Hornets. Hey, let's go. We got it. I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna land at around the 7th seed and come in, guns blazing. So I'm super excited about that.
They're playing who tonight?
They're playing Phoenix
at home.
At home.
You're going?
I'm there.
You'll be there. If you guys watch on the TV.
Look, man,
look
we're
for
the yellow guys. We're the yellow guys. Every time you see a Hornets game or a Duke game, and you see this yellow block of action, that's us, right? We're the official ride share of the Hornets. We're the official ride share of Duke Athletics. And we're very visible. Yeah. And we're really friendly. Come talk to us. Find out about what Wave is.
I've seen some people commenting on social media like, who are these yellow guys and yada, yada.
Look, man,
that's who they are, guys.
We are the next wave of transportation and logistics. We are about safety, accountability, and integrity in transport. That's what it's about, guys. You can't just use an app all the time to book a ride that is variable priced with a random driver. That's the point. Yes, it's a good, convenient thing, but that's not what we're delivering. We're delivering something that is high accountability, and the job always gets done with a great driver that you can trust. You will probably want your current driver again and again and again, and we let you have that driver again and again if they're available, right? We'll move your kids around. We'll move your grandma around. She's going to love us, right? Because we're going to take care of grandma. If grandma has to go to the bathroom, we're going to stop. If grandma needs help in and out of the car, we're going to stop. Yeah. We're going to take care of grandma. The key word is care. Yep. And we care.
That's what Wave is. Yeah.
Ride the wave. Let's get it.
We going to wrap it up then?
We going to wrap it up.
What are we calling this show?
This is the next wave.
Well, we got a light falling down. It's all good though. We're going to keep it rolling.
This is the next wave. First episode. J Cash Money, D Major BNR, D Major Wave. Look, we're not going to stop talking to y'all.
That's right.
Or shining on y'all. This is it.
So stay tuned.
This is our bling.
More to come. There's always more to come.
This is the bling, guys. Let's go. Ride the wave.
All right. Peace out.